What's happening, YouTube? Back in the day gamer here. Thanks for tuning into my channel for this episode of Top 3 NES Games I Beat in 2023. Now this was actually going to be a Top 3 Games I Beat in 2023, but those top 3 games just happened to be NES, Nintendo Entertainment System titles. So boom! Before we get into these 3 games, yes, I will be doing a video on all the games I beat on all the systems in 2023. That's coming up next, so stay tuned for that. I know I've been getting some comments about that. It's coming, but these 3 games here were the best games I played and beat in 2023. They happen to be NES titles, and they're all actually hidden gems. One of them is very well known, but no one plays it anymore. The first game we're going to talk about is not obscure. Everyone knows about it, but you don't hear much about this one. And I really enjoyed playing it. This is the first time I played through the whole game and beat it. So that's why we're talking about it in this video. And that is none other than Star Tropics 2: Zoda's Revenge. Now you hear plenty talk about the original Star Tropics. Star Tropics 2: Zoda's Revenge is extremely similar. They're very, very close in gameplay, graphics, controls, all that stuff. I found that I liked Part 2 a little better. I'm not exactly sure why. I can't pinpoint it, but it's probably because it was just a little more playable. Touch easier than the first one. Both games aren't terribly difficult, but there were some parts in the first one that held me up a bit. Maybe Part 2 was a little bit easier because I already kind of knew what to expect since the games are so similar. That being finding rooms in the dungeons. You know what I'm talking about if you played these games. Sometimes it can be very difficult. It's a kind of Zelda-ish game, you know, top down one screen at a time. Sometimes there's a door going into the other area. Sometimes you gotta bomb it. Sometimes you just walk through it. That gave me a little bit of trouble here and there, but this game was pretty awesome. I liked it a lot, and you don't hear many people talking about Zoda's Revenge. The boss rush at the end ended up being a lot of fun, because by the time I got to it, I had the game down. Boss rushes are, sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. This one was good. This one was good. I liked it. That's why it's taken the number 3 spot for games I beat in 2023. Now the number 2 spot, just happened to be another sequel. Didn't plan on that, but looking down I see it. Now this is most definitely a hidden gem. This is a game that when I first got it, only played it for 5-10 minutes and did not like it at all. Thought it sucked, and I remember talking about it sucking, and Lucius T was referencing this in a video, talking about how he liked it, and I was like, that game sucks, I hate it. But I follow his channel, I subscribe to his newsletter, I like what he has to say, so I threw it in, and I was wrong. You're not going to hear me say that very often, but I was wrong, because this game is a good one. You never hear anything about this, ever. That's why it qualifies as a hidden gem. The first one you hear about, the second one, not so much. That would be Baseball Stars 2. Now, the original Baseball Stars is my favorite baseball game on the Nintendo or NES. Hands down. Not only do I think it plays the best, looks the best, but you customize your team. It's got those RPG elements that you know back in the day gamer loves. You win games, get money, power up your team, buy new players, trade players, rename them, all that stuff. But here's the flaw with this game. In the first one, you could completely customize your character. In this one, you can't change their name. You can win money, power them up, but you can't change their name. I thought that was super stupid. Yeah, Baseball Stars 2 is still a fantastic game. Now, there's a lot of baseball games on the NES, and most of them are just terrible. Baseball Stars 1 is fantastic. Baseball Stars 2 slides in right behind it. Liked it a lot. I think the coolest part about it is the league play actually tracks your batting average. That was fucking fantastic. So it can track your actual batting average, but you can't change the name of your character? I don't know. It does make sense. But it doesn't not make it a fantastic game. And that's why it's number 2 on the list. The number 1 game I beat in 2023. There was definitely games I played that were better than this that I have not yet beat. And I'm still playing Octopath Traveler 2. Things along those lines. But this is the number 1 game I beat in 2023. And it is well known, but it is overlooked. People just don't talk about it anymore. I have talked about it a few months back when I beat it because I was so surprised at how well it held up because I remembered it sucking. But suck it does not. That is none other than Dragon Warrior. So Dragon Warrior on the NES is a fantastic game. As I said, I remembered thinking it sucked because things that stuck out in my head were having to select stairs to climb up and down stairs when you're standing on them. I remembered it being a lot more grindy than it actually is. I remembered it being a lot more difficult than it actually was. But no, that's not the case. Yes, hitting stairs to go up and down stairs does suck. But it was not as difficult as I remembered. And it was not as grindy as I remembered either. I had a lot of fun with it. This game's fantastic. It's super cheap. It's in every store that sells Nintendo games because there were so many of them out there. We all know that you got it free with Nintendo Power. That's how I got mine. And I'm pretty sure this is the first RPG I ever played. It could have been Final Fantasy at my friend Brian who lived across the street, and that made me super love RPGs, even though we didn't know what an RPG was at the time. Just know this game's fucking awesome. But I can't recall if Final Fantasy or Dragon Warrior was the first RPG I ever played. Either way, it was close, but I had a ton of fun playing it this year. I already moved on to number 2. VGM sent me number 4, so now I've got the whole set, subset complete, all 4 of them, and I'm going in order 1, 2, 3. I'm 75% way through part 2 now. I don't know if I can wait to play 11 on Switch till I go through 3 or 4, but that's for another video. Dragon Warrior on the Nintendo. Fantastic game. And one super innovative thing, I don't know if it was innovative because maybe just stopped your game, but when you get to the Dragon Lord and you're about to fight him at the very end of the game, he asks you if you want to join him. That kind of shit just didn't happen back in the day, right? I don't know if it happens now, but I thought that was super cool. And of course, I know not to select to join him. It's game over then, but there you have it, folks. The top, we'll get the thumbnail, top 3 Nintendo Entertainment System. I hate saying NES, but top 3 NES games I beat in. Did that look good enough for the thumbnail? Up close. Top 3 Nintendo Entertainment Systems. Nintendo Entertainment System games I beat in 2023. As I said, next video coming out covers every game I beat in 2023, and there are a lot of NES titles because NES is my jam. So thanks for tuning in this video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. And until the games I beat in 2023 video comes out, keep it retro!